Yeah, we back. Yeah, we back. Now, today's gonna be a funny video. Today, we're gonna take a trip to Long Island, New York, right? That's where I'm at, right? Now, if you've been watching my channel, I've been covering the right-wing strategy for the Republicans to win the White House, right? Now, to me, it's interesting to see that the Republicans have rejected the idea of trying to reach out to different demographics and trying to expand their market share in the voter base. They pretty much said, we're going to fall back on our base, right? Our base is going to take us to the finish line. Our base is going to, take us to the promised land. And it seems to me that their strategy for victory has been, we are simply going to appeal to the sensibilities of our lowest common denominator. And those people are what I call the hillbillies of America. Now, in today's video, the topic of discussion is this hillbilly right here. Take a look up on the screen. A woman who goes by the name of Dee Dee. This thing has started from Springfield, Ohio, small town in Ohio, to now we done went all the way to Long Island, New York at my doorstep. Now, let's get into it, right? Take a look up on the screen. So yesterday, she got on social media and she said this. I was wondering how an illegal Haitian was able to purchase a $600,000 home across the street from me. And then I researched. Illegals are allowed to purchase homes in the United States with ITIN mortgages. My 25 and 21-year-old daughters were turned down for a mortgage with 20% down, 2 full-time jobs, and a thriving business because the length of their credit history is not long enough. Now, this is off topic, but I just want to say, this is why when you get some money, you got to go to a neighborhood or area where your folks are already there, right? Like, luckily for me, the neighborhood I live in, I live on Long Island, right? But I live in an area where it's a lot of our folks here. It's a lot of black families here. My next door neighbors to the right and to the left, they're both black. And one of the issues that arise when you get some money and you move to a white neighborhood, so to speak, you got to deal with nonsense like this, right? You got to deal with neighbors peeking through the windows, looking at the type of car you drive, the type of clothes you got on and things like that. You remember that video I did the other day of that one guy in Springfield, Ohio? He seen a Haitian man come down the street driving a Lexus, and he was so angry. He was like, bro, all I got is a Ford F-150. How the hell he got a Lexus? He got a Lexus SUV, and it's clean. And I was like, bro, you don't know that man's story. He simply seen a black man driving down the street in a Lexus SUV and automatically assumed he's an illegal immigrant fresh off the boat. And I was like, bro, you don't know that man's story. He could be a doctor, a lawyer. He could have been born and raised in the country and just moved over here. You don't know nothing about that man's history, but you assumed, oh man, he's an illegal immigrant living off the government and he driving a Lexus. And now we got a similar sentiment coming from this hillbilly right here. So she's gonna be the case study for today, right? Let's take a look at some of the reactions on social media. This person said at the top, how are they gonna make that kind of payment? The lady responded and said, the woman is a nurse. In New York and many other states, it doesn't have any immigration status requirements for nurses. All right, that's a lie, but let's continue. This person said, learn the truth. They are giving America to the Haitians. They are now in Glenpool, Oklahoma. My God, this dude said they are giving America to the Haitians. Man, I'm telling you, when these hillbillies hear nonsense like that, that's what they get radicalized by. That they get galvanized by that. What, the Haitians are taking America? They start rallying their troops, man. Let's continue. This man said, how is a Haitian migrant able to afford the monthly payments on a mortgage of that amount? Now, time out. How do they know that she is a migrant, right? Long Island, New York, she could have been born and raised here. She could have been born in Brooklyn. Like, why do they assume she's a migrant? She could have been born and raised New York City. Now she got a house and she living her life, right? And what is the foundation of her sentiments? She said she's upset because her daughters cannot qualify for that. Her daughters can't get that, right? My white daughters can't get that. They're not qualified for that. So how dare you get that? How dare you be eligible to live across the street from me? And my whole thing is this. Like, who are you for real? Like, who are you that you're so self-important, you're so, high up in the sky that living across the street from you is some type of honor, some type of privilege. Like, wow, you living across the street from me. Like, I'm the Queen of England. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the Imperial Majesty. Like, bro, who are you? Like, you a wrinkly looking motherfucker, look like you teach earth science at a high school. Like, sit your ass down, my nigga. Hillbilly looking motherfucker, bro. Like, let's continue. This person said, disgusting. Trump 2024, mass deportations now. This person said, this needs to be brought to the attention of all American citizens. This is unbelievable. Neither one of my adult sons can afford a home. Now, what did I tell you, bro? You notice how all these sentiments kind of match each other? Like the guy from the video from last week where he was like, damn, how come he got a Lexus SUV and I don't, right? This lady right here, damn, how come my daughters aren't qualified for that mortgage and they are, right? This dude right here, damn, how come my sons aren't qualified for a house, but they are, right? Damn. You remember that video from last week that I did? That one lady, she said, how come the Haitians, how can they afford to dress so nice, right? How can they dress so nice? She was so mad. She was mad because she seen the Haitians dressing nice every day, right? Like, damn, how come you have clean clothes? Damn. You notice how the conversation has went in a completely different direction. At first it was, oh, the Haitians, they in the parks, you know, cutting the heads off the cats and the dogs and eating wild animals. And then now it's, damn, how come the Haitians doing better than me? Damn. How come the Haitians got more money than me? Damn. You know, damn. And it's funny because these aren't even like amazing things they're talking about, right? For example, a Lexus SUV from 10 years ago, right? The white dude was mad, like, damn, all I got is my little Ford F-150, you know, 400,000 miles on it. I mean, how come he got a Lexus SUV and I don't? This lady right here, a $600,000 house, right, in Long Island. That's a regular house, bro. That ain't nothing special. That's not even no mansion. That's a regular house, bro. Probably got a Toyota in the driveway or a Nissan Maxima in the driveway. Nothing crazy. $600,000 house on Long Island. Nothing crazy, bro. Nothing crazy, man. I'm telling you. You want something real nice, you know, something real fly. Yeah, it's gonna be up in the millions. Yeah, it's gonna be in the millions. $600,000 house. That's a regular house, bro. That ain't nothing to be crying about. That ain't nothing to be jealous about. That's how you know this is pure hatred. And she said the lady is a nurse. So to me, that sounds like a regular story. A nurse, probably working at a hospital, got a cool little house on Long Island, probably, you know, 2-3 bedroom, whatever. Regular house, regular car, living a regular life, probably getting up 5 days a week at 5 a.m. But in the mind of your nosy neighbor from across the street, you are nothing but an illegal immigrant living off the government and taking what belongs to her, apparently. Now let's continue. This person said, we're giving our country away inch by inch to people who don't belong here. This is seriously fucked up. Bro, they having panic attacks over a black woman with a nursing job with a regular house, probably driving a Nissan from 2012, right? This shit is crazy. Let's continue. This person said, my neighbors are from Ghana and they're both in healthcare. I wondered about this. She's a nurse and I'm not exactly sure what he does, but it's healthcare. They got a big house, family from Ghana living with them, babysitting for the 3 babies they've had in 5 years. My God. Now the brothers from Ghana getting into it, bro. Now they attacking the brothers from Ghana. This shit crazy. Yo, that's it. Bro, look, you see what they said? Big house, right? Bro, big house, nice car, you know, $600,000 house. You know, they got the mortgage and I didn't. They got the nice car and I don't. They dress nice and I don't. Bro, I thought it was about cats and dogs. Now you're looking at my wardrobe. You're looking at my car that I'm driving, right? You talking about I had, 3 babies in 5 years. You counting how many babies I got? Like, bro, goddamn, man. It's obviously deeper than some cats and dogs, man. It's obviously deeper than this, right? It's obviously deeper because now they attacking the Ghanaians just because they got a big house. Man, it's crazy. Let's continue, man. This person said at the top, how many are living in there? She's asking her about the Haitian woman who got the $600,000 house. And she responded and said, a single mother supposedly bought the house, but there are also 2 adult daughters living there and many male visitors who often stay overnight. Okay, now to me, it sounds like just a regular chick with a nursing career. Regular chick, nursing job. I don't see the cause for alarm, but like I said, man, this is their political strategy. Their political strategy is to tap into the emotions and tug at the heartstrings and the sensibilities and the prejudices of their base. That's how they plan to win the election. They don't care about capturing more market share, crossing over to different demographics. No, they are going to just double down on their base, the ignorance of their base, the prejudice of their base, and it is what it is. We're going to see if they're going to be successful in November. Let's continue. This person said, I shudder to think of the quality of care one would receive at the hands of a nurse educated in a third world country where the average IQ is 67. People need to consider the fact that means half their population has an IQ below 67. In the United States, anything below 70 is considered developmentally disabled. Now, this guy right here, he doesn't even know the difference between the average, the mean, and the median. But that's besides the point. We're going off topic. Now, that's how you know none of this had anything to do with some cats and dogs. How did we end up talking about the type of houses that, black immigrants are living in, and they got the IQ of 67 and all this other shit? Now we having a whole different conversation. I thought it was about the cats and dogs and the geese in the park, bro. Now we don't went way off topic. But just to show how ridiculous he sounded, let's say, for example, that woman did have an IQ of 67. That would mean that she wouldn't even be able to get up out of bed and dress herself by herself, let alone pass a nursing program. If she really had an IQ of 67, she would have trouble knowing how to use a microwave, bro. She would have trouble wiping her own ass. Like, think about what you're saying when you say it, bro. Like, if what you were saying was accurate, then how would you explain the many thousands of Haitians and blacks from all different nationalities and backgrounds who are engineers, entrepreneurs, lawyers, work in healthcare, et cetera, et cetera? In fact, I believe the prosecutor on Trump's assassination case is a Haitian brother from Miami. So how do you explain the many thousands of Haitians in America who have carved out a pretty prosperous and comfortable life for themselves in the United States? Now, first things first, there's not a single Haitian on the planet that has ever taken an IQ test. Like, who has ever came to Haiti and administered an IQ test? So I don't even know where you got that number from. Number two, if somebody really did have an IQ of 67, that would mean that you would require medical supervision because you are cognitively impaired. Like, you would need round the clock 24/7 assistance as if you are, mentally disabled. And if that woman is mentally disabled, according to you, then how come she got the house and you don't, right? How come he got the Lexus and you don't, right? How come they dressing nice and you don't, right? Someone with an IQ of 67 would have trouble putting on their own clothes by themselves, let alone being able to put together a decent outfit. Now let's continue. This person said, I feel your pain. I live in California. I'm unable to afford a home, yet I see others that were not born and raised here buying houses and driving Mercedes. Bro, this is what it's about. It's not about the cats and the dogs. It's not about nothing. Bro, some of them really got a deep-seated envy in their heart, right? Because they ain't shit in real life. They've never accomplished what they wanted to accomplish in their existence, right? So when they see somebody who they feel is beneath them, buying houses, driving Mercedes, you know what I'm saying? The other guy, it was the Lexus SUV. For this guy, it's the brand new Mercedes, right? He see a black man in a Mercedes and his heart gets filled with the spirit of envy and hatred. And these are the same individuals that call themselves Republicans, right? Republicans who believe in capitalism, the free market, competition. These are the same people that call themselves Christians, right? Look at them coveting on their neighbor. Look at them. Keep coveting. Yeah, look at you coveting on your neighbor. How the hell he's able to drive Mercedes and I don't? How come he got the Lexus SUV and I don't? How come they got the $600,000 mortgage and I don't? Man, you got to get that jealousy and hatred out your heart, man. She could be born and raised here, man, and you just hate on an American citizen for no reason. Let's continue. This person said, you are lying. I've been a nurse for 32 years and I have worked with foreign nurses. There are several steps they have to take before getting employment. They need a nursing license. They need to complete a nursing program in their home country. They need to pass an English proficiency test. They need to pass the NCLEX. They need to receive authorization by the United States Board of Nursing to work here, plus the State Board of Nursing, and to keep up with the requirements of the state they'll be practicing in. Now, keep in mind, they have to do all of that with an IQ of 67 on top of that, and they still came out ahead of you? Damn, you must have an IQ of 32, my guy. Now, let's continue. This person said, she is either lying or uneducated. She stated that the Haitian woman is a nurse, so at a minimum, she would have to have a work visa, which makes her legal. And she has to take a nursing exam to get a license to practice here. This post is ridiculously untrue. Man, let's continue. This person said, so you hate the fact that a nurse that is here legally was able to buy a better house than your daughters who are barely out of their teenage years. Entitlement. Tell your brat daughters to become nurses and then they too can afford a nice home. Now, time out. This right here is an authentic Republican. This right here is a true blue, true to the bone, true to the core conservative. This is a real conservative right here, right? This is true to the core. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps ideology. This right here is real deal conservative. And now, man, listen, I want to take a moment. We finally got a real conservative in our midst. We've been dealing with a bunch of fakes and frauds, a bunch of undercover socialists crying about government benefits. But now we got a real deal conservative in the building, right? Listen, it's about time, man. It's about time. Because it seems to me that some of these so-called Republicans, they forgot about free market capitalism, right? They out here sounding like socialists. They talk about my benefits and all this shit. They over here mad because somebody got a nicer car than they got. They over here mad because somebody got a bigger house than they got, right? Man, You're not a real conservative, man. You're not a real conservative, man. You're not a real conservative, baby. Let's continue. This person said, so a woman who has a well-paying job bought a house in your neighborhood with money that she earned. Is your only problem that she's an immigrant? Or does a black bilingual woman with an education and a career remind you that you haven't accomplished anything and that you don't matter? Now, this person said, the Haitians are not illegal. If your daughter's qualified, they would give them a loan. The down payment is a small piece. Debt to income and credit score also play a role. There are no special programs where a bank makes loans they think will default. Nothing special happened. This person said, there is more to this story, but you haven't told the whole story. First, an illegal Haitian did not try to buy a home across the street from you. And second, if your daughters cannot get a mortgage, then the bank has questions they cannot answer. And the bank did not like the answer. Exactly. Now these must be the real conservatives, right? Can the real conservatives please stand up? You feel me? Can the real Republicans please stand up? Because this is a bunch of frauds and phonies, a bunch of hillbillies and heroin addicts, a bunch of white trash that been hogging up the microphone. Let's continue. This person said, if you have concerns about non-citizens purchasing homes or running businesses, you should focus on a wider demographic nationwide, unless you are upset that Haitians specifically are purchasing homes. Now, that's what I said in my video. I forget which one last week. I even showed you a chart that Haitians are not even top 10 immigrant group in the United States. We're not even top 15. You got a whole bunch of different groups you got to get to first. You got to go through the Vietnamese and the Filipinos and the Dominicans and the Chinese and the Indians and the Mexicans and the Salvadorians and the Venezuelans. And it's so many different groups that are here in larger numbers, occupying way more territory than we do. But for whatever reason, we are the topic of discussion. It is what it is, though. They gonna try to win the election off our back, but it's cool, though. Let's continue. This person said, well, your kids need to build up a credit history. They're also not illegals, though you probably like that narrative. They have jobs and they pay taxes as you do. They're just likely permanent residents, not U.S. citizens. There's a difference. Now, keep in mind that New York is a so-called blue state, right? They say, oh, yeah, this is a Democrat state, but we got so many hillbillies over here, bro. Man, we got so much white trash over here. It's insane, especially, on Long Island, man. It's so much white trash over here, bro. Like, goddamn, black man can't even buy a nice house for his wife and his kids without the white lady across the street peeking through the windows talking about, look at these migrants. They gotta relax, bro. They gotta relax. This is one of the stupidest strategies I've ever seen in my lifetime, but it's working though. That's the thing. The conservatives, they really caught a banger with this anti-Haitian rhetoric, right? Because the prejudice is already there, right? You got a group of folks, they black, you know what I mean? They got a history of killing white folks. So, I'm goddamn, you know what I mean? And then you create these cartoonish caricatures of them in the media. So the image that people got in the mainstream media and the mainstream consciousness is so distorted. And so, cartoonish is the only way to describe it. Like a lot of folks have a very cartoonish idea of Haitians, which is crazy to me because we're just regular folks, man. They talk about we eat wild animals and shit. Bro, we eat rice, okay? Ain't nothing special about us like that, bro. We eat rice and we play soccer and we drink beer. That's it, bro. We go to church, man. We go to church and we like to dance. We like to dance with our women. We like to slow dance and shit like that. We like to get fresh, get fly. We like to drive Mercedes Benz. We like to, wear jewelry. We like to wear rings and diamonds and watches. We like to wear sandals. That's what we like to do, bro. That's what we like to do, man. Get to know us sometime. Anyway, it's Never Car. That's Celine back in the Billy. Yes, indeed. Cash app in the description. Support the channel, man. Support the album. Peace.
No. Feel like I'm 75. Know that your team be full of them traders, you know that can never be mine. I'm grabbing a thought when I drive. I'm back in my zone and we on. She said that she ready to come be my wife, yeah, hoping I don't do her wrong. I gave her my word and it's wrong. I'm whipping the best like a lamb. I'm eating no chicken and lamb. Accustomed to call me the man. I never be up on the gram. I'm keeping that way undercover. She want me to tell her I love her. I told her I'm breaking the rules. I told her we making the news. Back in my city, they loving me. Standing alone, I'm 100 deep. Enemy plotting and still in reach. They try to make sure that we underneath. Trying to make sure that we never make it. Coming for power, come get acquainted. Coming for everything that I wanted. Feeling like Drake, but I really wrote it. Feeling like Kendrick, I'm checking names. Gotta roll up while I go insane. Got so much stress, I've been gated away. Stuffing these racks in this Louis case. One thing for certain, I'm about to check. Keep it 100 and nothing less. stick with the family since day one. Had to stay down till my day come. Had to stay down, but I'm never patient. Hop on the mic and I'm motivated. Hop on the mic and I drive a classic. Haters can't see me, they copping glasses. Back in the studio making magic. Got a new tape and it's in production. Back on my business, I got a budget. Staying low key when I'm out in public. Feel like I'm 75. Know that your team be full of them traitors, you know that can never be mine. I'm grabbing a thought when I drive. I'm back in my zone and we on. She said that she ready to come be my wifey and hoping I don't do her wrong. I gave her my word in this bond. I'm whipping the best like a lamb. I mean no chicken and lamb. Accustomed to call me the man. I never be up on the gram. I'm keeping that way undercover. She want me to tell her I love her. I told her I'm breaking the rules. I told her we making the news.